don't mind. But I'll wait for you. No rush. No rush, bro.
Oh, we on Salaki.
We on?
Time. Shalom.
Shalom. First foremost,
Are you live?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we live.
Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone. Peace and salutations to the Akim. Out on the four corners, teaching the truth and sincerity. You know, the times, you know, that we're living in right now is Yapa. You know, we're seeing, you know, how Ba'ashem Yahushai work. You know, how Ba'ashem Yahushai is working right now on the planet of the earth. You know, to you know, forward, you know, the inventions of Esau, Edom, to get them out the way. You know, so we have to drop a proper understanding of, you know, what's going on. You know, to show that how Ba'ashem Yahushai is about to impact the world which he made. You know, and hey, Kakaloyim like how Ba'ashem Yahushai once again, man. Hey, so hey, you got something to open up?
Yeah, we can open up with this. You know, this is Psalm chapter 2 and verse 1. I'm gonna read verse 1 and 2. It says, "Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?" And I'm gonna read through it, and then we can go back and, you know, break it down. It says, "The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and against his anointed." You know, and I wanted to grab this first, you know, because basically we were meditating on, you know, the heathen, you know, just how out of order, you know.
You good. I was trying to pop up the scripture slide.
But yeah, we were just going into, you know, how out of order the heathen are, you know, and how destitute, you know, of any type of, you know, wisdom that they, you know, they lack wisdom, you know. And it's funny because, you know, cultures like Moab, you know, and Ammon, you know, some of these, you know, Islamic guys, you know, they swear that they, you know, some of the deepest, you know, they deep, you know, but really when you go into the scriptures, the heathen are beasts because they're extremely carnal, right? They're extremely carnal and they lack the fear of the Lord. All right. So I'm gonna read Psalms 2 and verse 1 and 2 again. It says, "Why did the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?" Right? And that vain thing, right, is Esau's NWO. Right? And ultimately this whole systematic, you know, approach that the heathen, Esau, Edom, and the heathen have used to basically plague you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, it's an extension really of the curses. But really, as we know, according to prophecy, those curses are being lifted really from the nation, from the elect, you know, the people that the Lord is dealing with, and they're being moved onto the heathen.
Ton. And it says that in Deuteronomy chapter 32, you know, how Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to place the curses that are upon us, upon our enemies. You know? And hey, that means that the pendulum is switching back to right side up. You know, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai again is working that perfect work. You know, and it's beautiful to see. You know, but you can think
Psalms 2 and verse 2, it says, "The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed." Right? And that actually makes me think of what we see happening in real time, which is basically the lining up of World War III. You know, and we know that World War III is basically going to be the biggest war, right, to ever hit the planet Earth, and it's going to be basically, you know, infighting. It's going to be the other nations, basically just fighting to the death, to see who's going to, get a little piece of this NWO.
So all these 18 other nations are trying to see who's going to be on top at the end. Because Esau has left a vacuum, a power vacuum, to where, yes, he's been the hammer of the earth, as it says in that Jeremiah. He is the hammer of the earth, but he has given away his weaponry to the rest of the world. So now he's in a position to where he's going to go back to the bottom. All right. And then on top of that, Esau is like, hey, if I go back to the bottom, I ain't going to leave nothing here for nobody to take at the same time. All right. So that's how beautiful Yahweh Shemiah Shai has played the minds of the kings of this world. All right.
And it's lucky. I was going to make a quick point. Because really, like you're going into, really, this is all, they have one common denominator, right? Even though the heathen really, the Lord didn't create everybody to come together and, sing kumbaya. The scriptures go into how the Lord is a separatist.
Yeah, he's separate.
But these heathen have one common denominator, and that's that they're terrified of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, especially when you're in your right mind. Case in point, the truth.
And if I may say, that it's through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemiah Shai, only the elect, right, a small number is coming to a proper understanding of Yahweh Shemiah Shai, and it's in their right mind. But I'm going to pull this as Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 10. It says, "But the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations, which have neglected the righteous." You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans of Negroid descent, they have neglected, how you come up. Okay, it says
right, because really, like the what's happened to our nation is the biggest. It's the biggest humanitarian, what they call a humanitarian crisis. It's the biggest robbery, rape, robbing, murder. It's the biggest spectacle of all time. It's not even close.
100%. But I'm gonna finish it out. Now you talk to why. It says, "But the ungodly shall be punished according to their own imaginations, which have neglected the righteous and forsaken Yahweh Shemiah Shai." The rest of the world has forsaken Yahweh Shemiah Shai. They want to come up in a scientific mindset, and instead of living according to the laws and commandments of Yahweh Shemiah Shai, that usward the Lord's will, the elect of the nation of Israel, are coming back to that. Just like the brother brought out, they're afraid to see you come back to your right mind, because they know right when that happens, we're going to have our power come back and deliver us.
That means our power is dealing with us.
So and that's a fearful thing upon this earth. We have been at the bottom so long, to now they're like, oh shit.
Can I get some for you real quick?
And that's why Esau bombs us every time that we get something together. Mentally, spiritually, emotionally, or physically. But you got it.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 1. It says, "Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors."
They haven't counted us worthy enough to even talk about. They want us to shut up, nigga, and sit down. All right. What they say whenever it's something about them. Oh yeah. Remember the Alamo. Remember the Holocaust. Remember, whatever happened in China. I don't know what happened in China.
Right, the Opium Wars.
Yeah, the Opium Wars.
Or whatever.
Even though Esau calls that, remember all that. But whatever a so-called black man stands up, hey, remember slavery? Shut your ass up, nigger, and sit down.
They don't even want to talk about it.
You know, but they're the real brute beasts. All right, let's go back into that. You know,
can I get my
yeah,
point? Yep. And we'll jump. No, then we'll jump right back. Wisdom of Solomon 5 and verse 2. It says, "When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for." Right, and ultimately that's going to manifest when we get beamed up, right, and we're changed, right, transformed, right. But also the beginning of that process is now. You know, these heathen never would imagine in a million years that there would be any Jake out here that's in their right mind, standing on the principles of Yahweh Shai in the scriptures.
And all that happened because of wisdom. Something that they can't even fathom. But that's what we're gonna get into. Lord's will.
Let's get it.
This
is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 18. It says, "I said in mine heart concerning the estate of the sons of men, that Yahweh Shem Yahushua might manifest them, and that they might see that themselves are beasts."
So they're gonna see that they're beasts, but through Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So like
I'm gonna read it again. Ecclesiastes 3 and 18. It says, "I said in mine heart concerning the estate of the sons of men, that the Most High might manifest them, and that they might see that they themselves are beasts."
So we see that, but through Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which has quickened us, we have stepped out of that role, but these other nations are left therein. All right, they're still in that brute beast mentality, trying to get whatever they can on this side.
But and if I may, what proves that is all these other nations have drinking that wine. Because the scriptures liken Esau to the basis of men. So if you're out here, and that's why through the Spirit, how about Shemal Shah, when the Lord sets up His kingdom, you heathen are finna get it, man. Y'all finna fucking get it. Now we know Esau is gonna get it the worst, right? But y'all still drank the wine. Y'all still participated in the feast, so to speak. You know what I mean?
If I may say, all of them that drank the wine spent that 1 hour with the beast. All right, and even though they got messed over with on the back end, they still enjoyed that 1 hour. They were in rulership for that 1 hour. All right, but you got it.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 18. It says, "I said in my heart concerning the estate of the sons of men, that the Most High might manifest them, and that they might see that they themselves are beasts." It says, verse 19, it says, "For that which befalleth the sons of men befalleth beast, and every one thing befalleth them, as the one dieth, so dieth the other. Yea, they all have one breath, so that a man have no preeminence above a beast, for all is vanity."
All is vanity.
I'm gonna read this in the NLT.
Sure.
This is Ecclesiastes 3 and 19 in the NLT. It says, "For people and animals share the same fate. Both breathe and both must die. So people have no real advantage over the animals. How meaningless." And again, you can liken that unto basically this one, like case in point, Moab, right, which is the so-called Chinese people today. They have been one of the biggest supporters of Americanization. These ideologies and philosophies, of the damn devil, man. They're the main ones that have taken on this way of life. And what do they have now? They got low fertility rates. Like there are major crises going on in these nations, man.
It's the lowest fertility in 261 years.
Yep.
So it's just like Esau. Esau's going through the same thing, but Esau started in the year 2000. Right? They have the lowest birth rates ever since this shit began.
Mhm.
All right, because all their women are turning to Jake.
Yep.
And then they have implemented this system of working till you die.
Yep.
So there's no need to have an offspring.
Yep.
There's no desire. But you got it.
Nah, this just made me think of I'm gonna read verse 19 again. It says, or did you want? Was there another precept you wanted?
Nah, Baruch Hashem, you got it.
Con Ecclesiastes 3:19. It says, "For people." Matter of fact, I'm gonna go read it in the KJV again. It's Ecclesiastes 3:19 in the KJV. It says, "For that which befalleth the sons of men befalleth beast. For every one thing befalleth them, as one dieth, so dieth the other." And that made me think about how, like, when you consider, animals like literal beasts, like we were going into before the lesson, the Lord has imparted a certain level of, know-how to, all of creation, but when you consider like a dog or something, a dog will do things that are intelligent here and there, but it'll also do the dumbest shit you ever seen.
Like a dumb dog.
Exactly.
Returning to his own vomit.
That's the heathen,
That's
man.
the heathen.
Literally.
That's the heathen.
And that's what we're seeing take place. Like that's what we're seeing, man.
Especially in our own people, to those bug outs that bugged out and fell out the truth, they returned back into their own vomit and forsaken Yahweh Shemi Shai. But I believe the point that you were looking for, I got this Ecclesiasticus chapter 7, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
It says, could you read it?
Yeah. This is Sirach or Ecclesiastes?
Yes. Sirach.
Okay.
17 verse 5.
This is Sirach chapter 17 and verse 5. And it reads, it says, "They receive the use of the 5 operations of the Lord."
See, everybody receives the use of the 5 operations. These are the operations. The 5 operations: you can see, you can smell, you can hear, you can touch, you can speak. That's the 5 operations. Continue.
It says, "And in the 6th he imparted them understanding."
See, and the 6th was given unto the elect. I understand.
And if I may, that's really, like that goes into, it's a heavy scripture. But the scriptures talk about the testimony of our Lord being the spirit of prophecy, and in these times we've been given an understanding in regards to the report, the prophecies that are said to befall the planet Earth. That's the understanding that's on display today, from the elders and apostles on down, man.
Yeah.
You mean
continue?
Yep. So Sirach 17 and verse 5, it says, "They receive the use of the 5 operations of the Lord, and in the 6th place he imparted them understanding, and in the 7th speech and interpreter of the conjugations thereof."
So you can it's like the tongues, so you can probably understand, what's going on throughout the whole earth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Baba Kushan, read 6, just to further expound on what 5 is right now.
Con Sirach 17:6, it says, "Counsel and a tongue and eyes and ears and a heart gave he them to understand."
So he gave you everything that you needed to give a proper understanding, but to the elect, he has given much more. Continue, read 7.
It says, "Withal he filled them with the knowledge of understanding and showed them good and evil."
So that's 3 times that he has given understanding, but he didn't give everybody, the understanding to understand good and evil. Okay, that's to the elect. The elect can discern and break down and know which way to walk, which way to move properly through the spirit. Not everybody is given that, but you got it.
Con. It says, he set his eye upon their hearts that he might show them the greatness of his works. He gave them glory, or he gave them to glory in his marvelous acts forever.
So he gave the elect to look upon the things which he have made and be in awe of them. All right. He has given the elect, those that seek out the law, statutes, commandments, and that are toiling into these scriptures to actually have an imagination to look further and deeper than the average heathen, because the heathen is not going to be at all with what Yahweh Shema Shai has created.
Mm-hmm.
But
did you want to keep going on there?
Go down to 10.
Con. I'll just read verse 9, then we read verse 8.
Con.
It says, Sirach 17 and 9, it says, he gave them to glory, or Sirach, we were on 9. It says, he gave them to glory in his marvelous acts forever, that they might declare his works with understanding.
So that they might properly understand the things that he's doing throughout the earth, the moon, the stars, through everything that's around them. And then they do what?
It says, verse 10, and the elect shall praise his holy name.
Because the elect will properly understand what Yahweh Shema Shai is doing, for their sake. But yeah, we can go to the next precept.
Con. I think that was all. We got the Ecclesiastes. Was there anything else you want to get?
I mean, just to fully, properly understand that Yahweh Shema Shai has given the elect, something that no one else can have.
Yep, Salaki. I did have this more. This is Deuteronomy 4 and verse 5. I read 5 through 7. It says, behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as Yahweh Shema Shai, my power, hath commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whither you go to possess it. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
So Yahweh Shema Shai, just like we have read, he's given us understanding. He's given us wisdom. He's given us everything that we need. So we can be known as a nation that is under his name, that has he has dominion over us. All right, but through the dispensation of time and the curses, all right, our people have lost that sense.
Yep.
We are likened unto the other nations right now. We're likened unto brute beasts. But there's going to be an elect that comes out of that, to separate themselves, and do that. Deuteronomy chapter 14 verse 2. I'll pull that.
Deuteronomy 14 and 2. And it reads, it says, for thou art an holy people unto Yahweh Shema Shai thy power, and the Most High hath chosen thee to be a peculiar people unto himself above all the nations that are upon the earth.
Pull that word peculiar, if you can.
And if I can add just a quick point, that's why when you go into history, and you read about, Jake, right? Case in point, like Native American history, like I'm learning in my class, like, yeah, Northern Kingdom Jake was like, Esau was like puzzled when he had came across Northern Kingdom Jake in America, because they were blown away by their knowledge of, how to preserve life, basically. They were they were deemed highly spiritual, you know what I mean? Even though Jake was going off.
Jake was going off. You can read that in that Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13, verse 1. How Jake was grasping at straws because they have lost the ancestry, that tied them back to Yahweh Shema Shai.
Yeah. This is that word peculiar. It says Strong's H5459. Sagalah. It says peculiar, possession, property, valued property, peculiar treasure. It says Strong's definition participle of an unused root meaning to shut up, wealth, jewel, peculiar, proper, good, special.
You know, so we are a special people, a set apart people. Holy means to be set apart. You know, we are a people that's none like none other upon the face of the earth. You know, when we're in our right mind. All right. But whenever we ain't, we brute beasts just like all you other motherfuckers.
And even when Jake is bugged the fuck out, Jake is still a spectacle. You know, because Jake was just Jake. You know, is the top nation on the planet Earth. You know, that's why these celebrities, right? Y'all, they gonna get it. Man, they finna get it, man. Everybody, they finna lose, man, because y'all been using, right? That salt, on the left hand side, man.
What's that? Salt that doesn't have a flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Can it be still called salt? No, it's called dirt.
You wanna go back to Deuteronomy 4? Or you want more?
That was it.
Kind of.
Deuteronomy 14:2.
Yeah, we go back to 4. Yeah, Deuteronomy 4 verse 6. It says, "Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people." And again, you can read about that when you go into the history. You know, I mean, like King Solomon example, like King Solomon's reign. You know, when the Queen of Sheba came to visit him
and sat at his throne just to hear the wisdom that he was just speaking. He was just speaking. You know, but it was so nurturing to even hear. You know, just like now, you know, it's a beautiful thing to read. You know, the things of old, because whenever you have a proper understanding and you walk thereby, that's the key term. You gotta walk by the things that you read. All right, because what's that? Be hearers of the word,
doers of the word. Yep, be doers of the word.
So I can be doers of the word and hearers also.
Want me to pull that? Let me pull that.
Yeah, let's pull I think I'm butchering it.
Let's pull that. This is James chapter 1 and verse 22. It says, "But be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves."
No, you not your own selves.
Yep.
I mean, come on now. How about Shimei Shai is giving you everything that you could possibly need and desire. You know, so let's desire not to be like the brute beast or these other nations around here. You know, let's seek out the kingdom of heaven while it may be found.
Well, I'm gonna finish this out in Deuteronomy 4. Deuteronomy 4 and 6, it says, "Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great, whom the Most High hath so nigh unto them, as Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, our power, is in all things that we call upon him for." So, let me read that again. It says, "For what nation is there so great, who hath the Most High so nigh unto them, as the Lord our God is in all things that we call upon him for." You know, so again, you know, basically the understanding, the wisdom, you know, that we've been given, of the knowledge, you know, the knowledge, statutes, law, statutes, and commandments, right? But really, more importantly, Yahweh Shai, right? That's what sets us apart. You know, that's the difference maker, if you will.
You know, because what's that? Matthew chapter 13 verse 11 is given unto you to understand the mystery of the kingdom of heaven. Unto them it's not given. You know, unto these other nations it's not given. You know, but unto you, you know, knowledge, understanding, wisdom. You know, you have been blessed among all. You know, you got it.
Khan. That's pretty much all I had.
Khan. Hey, well, with that, hey, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Nekakodash.
Hey, double honor to the elders and the apostles, a great millstone. Shalom and shalom.
Shalom.